Hi, welcome back to Forgotten Legends of Sound. It is your hosts, Kevin and Ian. Anyways, today is actually my pick, so I wanted to do Beast in Black today.
Yeah.
I wanted to do power metal album and stuff. I was thinking of doing like some Savage Circus or some Evil Masquerade, but then I was like, you know what? Let's just do Beast in Black. Why not? This band is a fun band. I'll have to admit to all of you who don't already know, in the 2010s, I've been very like dissatisfied with a lot of the power metal.
Harsh.
Pretty harsh on a lot of the power metal in the
No, me
2010s.
too.
But same thing with like the prog metal. I've been really unhappy with like the past 15 years of prog metal as well. And so it's hard for me to be like excited about like a newer band.
Yeah.
But this band is probably like one of my favorite bands in terms of like recent newer bands. I'm mostly like a 90s like 2000s kind of guy when it comes to that sound and everything. But I got into these guys because I went on to that metal cruise and I saw Battle Beast play, and I had known Battle Beast and everything. But like I hadn't bought any of their albums or anything. So then in 2018, I saw Battle Beast live, and I was like, oh hey, cool, these guys are pretty cool. So then I picked up Unholy Savior, and then from there I was like, oh hey, check out this band. They're coming out with a new album, and this was the From Hell with Love album coming out in like 2019. And I was like, oh hey, this Antonin guy or whatever, he used to be in Battle Beast. So that's kind of how I got into Beast in Black, basically from Battle Beast, and then just like I want more of that sound and everything. And given that this guy makes a lot of the music and everything, I was like, heck, sounds good to me. And so yeah, today we're gonna do the Dark Connection and everything. It's their newest album, but yeah, that's kind of my backstory with Beast in Black. But anyways, what are your thoughts?
For how I got into them, where to begin? You started playing them around me,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't
A
stop.
lot.
No
Yep,
matter
a
what.
lot. Yep.
No, but like over time, like I was just like, I don't know if I think the song that clicked for me was probably, what is it? Mad Insane, Crazy Mad Insane.
Oh, right,
That
right,
was
right.
probably
Off the
one
first
of the,
album.
yeah, that was the
Yeah.
first one that you played where I'm like, these guys are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then there was the other one,
There's
I think
like
it was Eternal Fire. Yeah, playing both of those next to each other. And then there was like a song or two from the 2019 album. And then I was kind of like, oh, these guys are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I think that this is probably the first album that I enjoyed the most as an album. I think I
Right.
got more into this album before I got more into those other two.
Right.
I listened to the Berserker album a little bit more. From Hell to Love, I was kind of like, it's not as good. And then we
Right.
went through it. Like I don't know, a year or whatever ago, we like did a battle with all three of these Beast in Black albums,
Right.
and we were just seeing which one was the best. And I was so surprised when we did that. I was like, man, From Hell with Love has a lot of great songs on it because I just
Right.
didn't remember all the good stuff on there. So that was how I was introduced to them. Yeah, and then we saw them live like
I guess last year.
yeah, last year. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
So I think they're a cool band. I agree with you. Like me and Kevin kind of grew up more on the 90s, early 2000s power metal, prog metal
Right.
stuff,
Stradivarius,
So we have
Gamma Ray.
so we have like a soft spot for that time period. Whereas younger people and newer stuff, they'll probably have their own soft spot for all the stuff in the 2010s. But I do enjoy when a band does come out and they're able to grab me just like the old days and stuff. And that Beast of Black is definitely one of those kind of power metal-ish bands that I feel like they're just writing really good songs and they're fun and catchy and I don't really have much else to add.
Yeah, I think the other thing that helps me with this band as well is I think Giannis is just a really good vocalist, and that a really good vocalist can really elevate a band, especially with the power metal genre. It's hard to find a vocalist that really clicks for you, because there's hundreds, maybe thousands of power metal bands out there, but not all of them have just this standout vocalist. So between the songwriting as well as the vocalist, it's just a great team. Now, don't get me wrong, the other guitar guy, the bass guy, and the drummer guy, like they all do their part and everything. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, so I mean, I think they're a pretty solid band, and I think like I'm pretty hopeful for the next albums that they come out with like down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They remind me a little bit of Halloween because they're not afraid. They're not maybe as goofy as Halloween,
yeah.
but
Little kooky.
but they do let their sense of humor show a little bit, especially like
Right.
in their videos and stuff. But Yeah, I think they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything we should? I mean, I guess we're gonna rate it and
yes.
read the lyrics while we do it and everything.
Exactly. We're not going to do the 2 bonus tracks or whatever because it's like we don't like to do cover songs. And so, yeah, we'll just do like the 11 songs. And I'm torn. I don't know if I like this album the most or Berserker the most. You know, I'm torn between the two, but I like them both. But even From Hell with Love is my least favorite. But even that album's pretty solid too. So
yeah.
Anyways.
I think I like this the most. Then probably Berserker. Then probably From Hell with Love. But
right. Could be similar to me, but anyways, yeah, let's just jump into it and
Blade Runner.
Yeah, let's start with Blade Runner.
All right, here is Blade Runner. I don't know, it's like off a movie or something.
Yeah, there's definitely like a technology kind of Blade Runner vibe. Yeah,
sci-fi.
Like this song and the Moonlight Rendezvous. Like, there's definitely some technology type stuff in this album for sure.
Robot people.
Yeah,
they're like, oh my gosh, it's called a replicant.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah, some kind of nerdy robot stuff, whatever.
Yeah, I still need to see that first Blade Runner movie.
Oh yeah,
and I need to see that.
I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah,
I saw the original, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. Here's Blade Runner. This is a great opener. I like it. spoilers for that movie, am I right?
Oh man.
So
So for this one, I really like this song. I never really get tired of this song or anything, you know. But I'm leaning anywhere between a 9.5 and a 10. I don't have any complaints for this song. I feel like it's a great opener song
Yeah.
for the album, you know. But I doubt like anyone is gonna have this one be their favorite on the album, you know. But that doesn't mean that, oh, let's take it down a notch.
Yeah.
You know, it just, there's nothing wrong with this song. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's a fantastic opener. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to listen to it, but every time I start the album, I'm like, this is a pretty dang good song. I think I'm gonna give it a 9. Really catchy. It's kind of got the Beast in Black trademark sound or whatever, all intact, you know. I think it's a great song.
I'll give it a 9.5. Yeah, I don't know if I'll give it a 10.
I'm saving my 10s for later.
It does have some really good pacing and everything. You know, I like
And
when
the
they
solo's
go.
good.
Yeah, the solo's fantastic. I like when they do that a lot where, you know, after the solo section or kind of this, before they go to the final chorus, they'll do
A little softer
moment and everything, and then bring it all back and everything. And, you know, I mean, yeah. So,
And he goes wild too. Like instead of just repeating your verses or whatever, he's like,
Yeah.
you know, he's like, he's really giving it, you know,
Yeah.
like, that's kind of cool.
Man. Are we Forgotten Legends of Sound or are we Forgotten Legends of Bias? You know, that's what we should have named our channel, is Forgotten Legends of Bias. You know, I'll leave it at 9.5. But but sometimes it's a 10 for me. You know what I mean? I go back between the two. So
Just a caveat for people watching: the reason why we're throwing out 10s and 9s and 8s like candy is because we're only showing the albums that we all like absolutely love.
Yeah.
So if we were talking about this earlier, like if I played Metallica's Load, I'd be like, that's like a 4, you know.
Yeah.
I think that was a 6,
There's
you
like
know,
a
better than
3.
average. That's
Yeah.
kind of a 3, you know.
Yeah.
But if we're showing albums that we love, naturally our scores are all going to be pretty high,
Right.
you know.
Seldom are we going to be like, today we're really excited to show you this mediocre
Album that's
average
pretty
album,
good.
and you know we scored it like a
Yeah.
5.26. Like,
Yeah.
get excited, guys! Like, we're not going to choose an album that's just going to, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
nor are we gonna just. I don't think we are. I mean, who knows what we're gonna do? But we're probably not gonna do an album that we don't know. That we're like, you know, oh, this is garbage. Let's just, you know, throw out a bunch of 1s or 2s
Yeah,
for this.
we don't.
I don't know, pop album that from whatever.
We're not really a channel that's like first time listening to this,
Yeah,
and like
no.
we're. I don't even really call this like reactions.
Yeah,
I don't really view this as like reacting to
Yeah.
this. I view it as more of a listening party of like, yeah, let's listen to this album and have a good time kind of
Yeah.
thing. I don't really view it as like, oh wow, oh I'm shocked and
Yeah.
whoa, you know, none of that crap. So it's just
And the thing too is it's kind of like we don't want to not listen to music just so that we could listen to it first,
right
just to play a video of it. Like we'd rather
Yeah.
just listen to music whenever you want to, and you know, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of
That's a
our
little-
philosophy,
philosophy,
on
yeah.
what we're going for. So yeah.
So, you want to move to a Belladonna?
Yep. Let's do
This
it.
one, at first I was like, but now I'm like, this is a banger. This one is really catchy.
Spellbound by the eloquences of your song. The moments when the
nice. I mean, it was
It
nice.
was nice. You know, I just like the do 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 part. You know. Do, 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 do part. Like the, I know the Judas Priest or whatever kind of guitar attack.
Accept and Judas
Yeah.
Priest and all that. Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah, modern Judas Priest, man.
Right.
I'm giving that one a 10. I think it's just such a fun song. When I first heard it, there was something that turned me off about it. I was just kind of like, what did I think? I was kind of, I don't know what I thought, but it was not good. And then I was kind of, I think it was maybe around when we saw them in concert, then I think that song kind of clicked, and I was just like, this song is just so fun. Like, it's really catchy, and plus that melody, the whole, like, you know, dun, 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 dun. Like, I'll be like walking around or like getting the mail, then out of nowhere I'll just be like, dun, 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 you know, and I'm like, what the heck? This song that was only like, pretty good, keeps on
Right.
popping in my head, and yeah, I like it.
When I first heard this song, I remember thinking like, oh yeah, this is kind of the Blind and Frozen song, or the From Hell with Love song or something, the one to kind of hook you in and stuff. But I mean, as I've listened to it more and more, it does feel different to me, you know, and it does have that dance vibe. That's one thing you'll notice with this album is this. Yeah, it's a power metal album, but it's also has like a lot of 80s kind of synth stuff, but also some dance type stuff. A lot of bass note, quarter notes and stuff, you know, to kind of get you, you know, dancing, you know.
Get jiggy with it.
Yeah. And it's just, but it's definitely enjoyable. I do think this one's a lot catchier than track 1. I'm going to give this one a 10 also. I do think this is a masterpiece song, you know, and sometimes it's like masterpiece, like, don't get me wrong, I love my epics. I love, you know, songs that are like Heart Attack and a Lay-By from Porcupine Tree. I think that's a masterpiece because it does something so unique in its own and everything. Like there's different types of songs and everything that you can call a masterpiece. You know what I mean? You can call
This is a masterpiece of party music.
right. This is a masterpiece of this song. I wouldn't change anything. At first, when it comes in with the guitar, you're thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be a kind of a traditional 80s song. But that verse section is so not. It's too melodic for 80s hard rock, 80s metal stuff. It's way too melodic for that. So I like that blend. I like the blend of the two worlds together, and I think that's one reason why I enjoy this band is they're okay being catchy, and I just.
Yeah,
I
they
feel
don't
like
mind
in
being a
metal,
little radio friendly.
right. I feel like in metal music, there's a stigma that you can't be catchy, you can't be, you know, if there's something that sounds too much like a tasteful hook or something, then it's like, no, we can't do that. But I mean, but honestly, like, where are you gonna have catchy music out of all the metal genres out there? It's gonna be in the power metal genre. You know what I mean? So
the only band that it's okay to be catchy is Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Everything else is like not okay. Otherwise, it's too cheesy. You know, and it's kind of like I don't really agree with that. You know.
Right. Yeah.
You know, more you know, of our philosophy. But yeah,
Great song though.
great song. You ready for Highway to Mars?
Yeah. Let's do it.
This one's dope too.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. We are now on final approach to our destination port of St. Lowell, the largest city
Oh, St.
on
Lowell,
Mars.
huh?
Kevin?
I'm gonna give that one. What can I say? I'm gonna give it a 10. I like everybody here. I like the drums. I like the little keyboard stuff. I like the vocalist. The vocalist in this song, there's moments that remind me of like Daniel Hyman. You know, when he's like tearing the skies. You know, having it really high and doing those little trills and things remind me of like Think Not Forever or something like that. You know what I mean? And I like I said, I really think this guy gives it his all, you know, when he's singing, and it shows. Another thing I really like with this song is when he first comes in, that's the thing. He starts off soft a lot of times, and then it'll like ramp up and then go into a more rougher kind of register and everything. And it's just like, I love that, you know, just very quiet. It just, the song is really good. The chorus is great. Like, I don't know. I don't have much more to add, but yeah, it's definitely a 10 for me. Yeah.
I think I'd give it a 10 too, because that chorus is just so freaking good.
Right.
But I have this small criticism. I think that whole part goes on way too long.
A little too long, right?
Yeah, it goes on for too long. They up it up and then they go back down, and it's like a while doing that. Should I give it a 9.5 because of that? I don't know. What do you think, Kevin?
No.
Okay, I won't. I'll give it a 10.
Dang straight.
Yeah. You want to do hardcore?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hardcore metal. This beginning reminds me of like a new song or something.
What?
A new song or something.
Yeah.
That first line is funny.
Snap. All right,
so
bro.
I'm going first. This song doesn't do a whole lot for me. I get why it's like one of the singles from the album, you know?
Right.
I like the chorus. I think the chorus is catchy, but the rest of it is kind of just whatevs, you know?
Right.
So I think I'm going to give it a 7. It's a great song, but it just doesn't really get me as much as the others.
What do you think the song is about? Oh, it's just about Berserk,
It's about-
you know, like it's just about Berserk and
Some
you know,
Berserk
some
stuff,
Berserk
you know,
stuff.
they're
Yeah.
talking about freaking Blade Runner.
Freaking, you know, Blade Runners and guts and everyone running around. No,
That video is pretty funny. Of this one,
that
though.
funny.
That
Yeah,
video
it
is
is
good.
pretty funny. It's funny because the lyrics are kind of funny to me, you know. But like I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. I like the song, but it's not like one that I like go to really. It's one that I like in the context of the album and everything, but it just some of the other songs hit better for me, you know. But this song does kind of put a smile on my face with like the topic and everything.
Yeah,
and,
it's a
yeah,
fun song.
It is a fun
but-
song. Yeah, it is.
I mean, a catchy chorus, I feel like could only take you so far. I don't know.
Right.
The verses just, I don't know, are just not as memorable for me, you know?
Right, yeah. So, yeah, not too shabby.
Not shabby. But this one,
Yeah.
One Night in Tokyo,
I love this song, yeah.
and this video is freaking dope.
Yeah, I like the video too.
Yeah.
This song is probably my favorite on the album. So,
Yeah. I think
you know, maybe a
mine
6,
too.
you know,
Yeah, it's probably my favorite too.
yeah.
You ready for One Night in Tokyo?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. What's funny is I've heard a little bit of other trance metal kind of stuff, and I didn't really care for it, you know? But these guys almost have a little bit of that, and I think it sounds good,
Yeah.
you know? Oh, yeah. I was just rocking out.
Dangerous attraction, infantile imagine, the most beautiful mistake of my life. She's the neon flower, your seduction power. Willfully blindfolded, mesmerized on this bed. When you touch me, I am where love is born. Feverish desire, getting high on each
Wow, it's really adorable.
People get eaten by some kind of like worm.
Yeah, a little wormy, you know? It's just so fun. This is like the funnest song ever written. Banger.
Hell yeah, man.
Banger. Banger, guys. Damn it.
One of the things is like this song. Okay, so
Banger.
like Ian and I, we grew up like on on like the PS1 and PS2, we grew up playing like those Dance Dance Revolution games and stuff. So we really got familiar with a lot of like trance music and techno music and everything, you know,
Yeah.
doing, you know, Sandstorm, Healing
Yeah.
Vision, whatever.
Doing end of the century
Yeah,
and embarrassing
you know?
ourselves at
Yeah,
the mall,
yeah.
you know,
So-
stuff like that.
So it's funny that like this song, you know, 20 years later or whatever, you know, comes out, and it was such an easy merge for us for that trance kind of techno sound as well as you know, the metal and whatever. And so yeah, I'm gonna give this song a 10. I love this song.
yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's very catchy. You know, I don't really have any complaints, and I like all the little things that they added. You know, the little almost like electronic drum sounds, or like the, you know, almost like there's a clave, you know, this clave sound. You know, it's a fun song. You know, so
Yeah.
I don't have any complaints for it. This is the song that like just I can listen to over and over again, and I just don't get tired of it. You
Yeah.
know, so.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I'm giving it a 10 too. It's a fun song. It's if somebody's not like head bobbing to this, then they're probably in a coma. You know, like this song is just so catchy. It's fun. Yeah, it's just something that you crank in the car and just have fun with. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, as if fun is a bad thing. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
this song is freaking sick. So 10.
Yeah, let's go
Moonlight
on to the next
Rendezvous.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's Moonlight Rendezvous. Oh snap. Robots.
Robots.
Robots. Bunch of robots.
Yeah, that's right, I'm a monster.
Monster.
I'm the monster society created. I'm the thing they blame for recession and social problems. I'm the scapegoat.
Society's fault.
If humans don't want me, why did they make me?
kind of a weird thing, but it works. Like, you know, kind of cool.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, not shabby at all.
What do you give this one, bro?
You know, I think this one's kind of on par with Blade Runner. It's great, but at the same time, I kind of get the feeling like it probably shouldn't have been 5 minutes long. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this is still like a really good song. I'm gonna go 8.5. I still really like it, and it's still awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit below Blade Runner.
This song here probably has like my favorite lyrics from the whole album. You know,
Yeah.
I really like the lyrics in this.
Hardcore is
in this,
pretty good. I mean,
Sir, you cannot be making love to a robot. You know, it just. I'm going to give it a 9.5. But yeah, I really like the
it's a great
talking
song.
part. I really like the way he elevates and everything.
Yeah.
Dreamin',
Yeah, that is
it
pretty
just.
sick.
The talking part is probably my favorite part. You know, I like the chorus and everything. It feels very, like Meatloaf, very much like Jim Steinman kind of.
Yeah.
All you need is like a little more
Piano and
piano
stuff, yeah.
instead of the synth. A little more piano, and then loving you too
I know.
much, something. But I really get some like Jim Steinman vibes with the chorus,
Yeah.
But I really love that talking verse section,
Yeah.
I do think it takes a little bit to kind of get started, and so maybe that's why I take a 0.5 off. Most of the time, yeah, it's somewhere between 9 and a 9.5 for me, but still a fantastic song. But,
no, don't give me that. No, don't give me that. Yeah.
all right.
Let me show. Random jokes.
Yeah, only me show.
Yeah, I already said 8.5. So should we move on to Revengeance Machine?
Yeah.
Oh,
But real quick, I could see if someone else like this is their favorite track. I totally
I get it.
understand it.
I
Yeah,
understand
So it's not like it's just that
Yeah.
I like 3 and 5 and stuff more.
Me too. I still really like that song. That song's pretty dope.
Right.
All right, here is Revengeance.
8.5 amount. Like, nah, I'm messing.
I like it about 8.5 worth of love,
Yeah. I like this one.
This one's fun. This one reminds me of, there was another one that was like a faster, I think it's on Berserker, I can't remember which one.
There's Zombie Immortal.
It might be that one. But it reminds me of just one of those fast, hardcore, like, much more of the metal, and less of the
shit the brain's computer got hijacked. What's that saying? To make a mistake is human, but to really fuck things up, you need a computer. Ain't that right, shithead?
Yeah, man. Got a point. Also, some of those fast songs all come out of the song. Yeah, like right there and stuff. Yeah.
man. Taking over the world.
Freaking robots and all their problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this you? Or
This
me?
this is me. Ah man, this is similar to track 1 for me, where it's like a 9.5 or a 10 for me. It depends on my mood and everything. Sometimes it's like when I put this song on and I'm driving in the car, like I'll be rocking out and
Mm-hmm.
everything. It reminds me a lot of like Raven or like Speed and Danger, where
Yeah.
it does a good job of getting me ramped up.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's just a 9.5, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I like this song. I like the chorus. I like the Antonin guy doing the backing vocals and stuff, you know? I just, it's a great song, but I don't know. What do you think? So I'm kind of wondering.
I think it is a great song.
Another
I know
8.5, huh?
yeah, another. I know I'm a little
maybe
bit harder
hardcore
on
number
there.
7.
I know I'm a little bit like harder on them than you are.
Right.
But I think it's a great freaking song, and it is a good pump up. But
Like it's no surprise.
but
Like I like Beast in Black more than you.
yeah,
like
it's no surprise.
No surprise.
No surprise. You know, we all know that. I still think it's an awesome song, but man, I don't know if I'd give it the same as Blade Runner. I think one reason why maybe I don't is because maybe it's not as hook-ish as some of the earlier songs, you know? But at the same time, I'm glad that they go faster because I love fast
Yeah.
music. Like, I love when music goes quick.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with 8.5. I think that's a safe one, you know?
I'll give it a 9.5. Yeah. I like this album. For the rest of the album, I feel a little bit like it's not as good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's still pretty solid for the rest of the album. But like it just doesn't hit those highs like some of the others, you know,
Yeah.
that we've already done. But
I remember
anyways.
Broken Survivors is good, but I think To the Last Drop and My Dystopia, I think were weaker.
Oh yeah.
But Dark New World, I remember being pretty good.
Yeah. Let's
Gosh
do
dang,
it.
Simon, come on.
I like that line.
I know.
It really
It,
gets me going.
yeah, the apocalyptic,
Yeah.
brutalness is just there. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
here is Dark New World.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's Priest kind of, you know.
Yeah. That sounds like a good place. Ah, good place. This doesn't sound very, that Jefferson, it does sound very, yeah. Like Civil War, you know.
Wow. Do.
All right.
All right, bro. It's you.
You know, the first little bit of that song, I'm like, yeah, man, this is like at least an 8 or something. And then as it goes on, I just kind of get the feeling that it's kind of just like the album's spinning its wheels, kind of just
Sure.
doing the same thing.
A
you
little
know?
derivative.
A little bit
little-
derivative
yeah.
of what they've already done previously, you know?
Right.
But it's still a great song. I think I'm going to give it 7.5.
So let me ask you. So you like this song more than hardcore?
Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, hardcore.
Interesting.
Hardcore is one of my least favorites from this album, I think. It's still a great song, but
Yeah, I'm going to give this song a 7.5 also. I do think that this song is one of the weaker songs on the album. It would fit really well on From Hell With Love, I feel like. But it's just a little bit more traditional metal kind of sounding, you know?
Yeah.
I like the song, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, maybe it's on par with hardcore. Yeah, I'll give it a 7. I think your goal is getting hardcore up a little bit, but
well, I'm just trying to
it's-
gauge like how
it's
you.
kind of.
yeah.
But I mean, at the first like minute of the song, I was like, man, this is like an 8, you know.
Right.
And then as the longer it went on, and then even the Hell on Earth, you know, I don't know, it just kind
Right.
of it started to kind of lose me a bit. I
Well,
don't
like
know.
the talking part doesn't do as much for me. The
Yeah.
chorus is good, but
Yeah.
it's just you learn the chorus quickly, and then you're just there's not a lot to get out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, I could be talking, One Night in Tokyo, like over and
Yeah,
over and over again,
over.
but I
Yeah.
can't, Sodom and
blasting this over
Gomorrah,
and over
vermin lesions everywhere. like it just
Yeah,
But
it's still a great song.
still a good song.
Still
yeah.
solid, but
So
yeah.
yeah. All
You
right.
ready to the last drop of blood?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Just making sure it's solid.
Yeah.
Solid. Don't worry.
We said that it was solid.
We said it was
so-
solid. Okay. All right. To the last drop of blood. I just think the hooks are much stronger in the first half of that.
Covered by twisted angels, my
you think, Kevin?
So this song and track 8, they kind of like switch for me. Sometimes I like 8 more than 9. Other times I like 9 more than 8. Tonight, I feel like I like 9 a little bit more than 8, but that's not always every
case.
night. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5 as well. I feel like it's about similar to, you know, Dark New World for me. I feel like the solo section is a little bit weaker, you know, a little like forgettable and stuff. And I don't know, it's still a good song, but it's not exactly what the hell is that? But you know, I don't know. I do like this song, but it's one that I do listen to in the context of the album, and I enjoy it, but it's not like my favorite or anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm giving it 5.5. Let's move on. No, I feel like the chorus is kind of just generic. You know, the song feels
by the
a
blade.
little generic. It's just kind of, you know, I don't know. It's not a lot does. It's pretty average for me. You know, I mean 5.5 because I like Beats of Black. You know, but I think I like Dark New World much more. The Last Drop of Blood just feels kind of.
I'll give it a 7 then. You know, I think like if they were against each other like 10 times, I'd go for Dark New World like 6 out of the 10 or 7 out of the 10 over this one. But tonight I was enjoying this one more.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Broken Survivors.
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we
Mr.
go.
5.5.
This one's good. I like this one.
Yeah, me too.
The wound in my heart, the guilt in my soul, your patrons of grief. I'm shattered.
Oh, they made it.
Yeah, buddy. All right, bro.
Yeah.
This is you, man.
This is me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna give that one a 7.5. I do like it more than those other 7 ones.
Yeah.
But a part of me thinks that maybe this is just kind of the fatigue of the album for
Right.
me, you know?
Yeah.
I still think it's awesome and it's a good core. Okay. Maybe I should save my awesomes for like the 8s and 9s and 10s. But I still think it's a great song.
You can say
Yeah.
awesome. You know what? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
What do you think, bro?
I'm gonna give it an 8. I do really enjoy this song. I one thing that I think works for this song for me is I like the drummer doing a kind of he kind of gives the chorus has a little bit of a swingy vowel. How can that? It can't be something. You know, it has a little bit more of a swing to it, and sometimes it's those subtle things that like the drummer can add a different feel for it. That like I'm glad they didn't just go.
Like
I'm
during
glad
the
it.
chorus,
Yeah, exactly.
like
I
just
like
the
the
kind of static, you know?
you know, it makes it a little more swingy feel, you
Yeah.
know? And, you know, of course the vocals are great and everything. It does sound a little goofy when, so how can... And I'm kind of glad that they go right into it. I'm glad they didn't do that,
Do that
like
for
4
like,
times.
yeah,
You know, it's
that
just
would
like,
be
everybody
kind of
put
like
your hand in there. How can
Can
I
I love
You know,
you?
I'm glad they didn't
Yeah.
do that. It's only for
Yeah,
that
it's
first
only for a
little bit.
second.
And I'm glad it didn't last longer than that. You
I'm
know?
glad too. It's
but-
kind of a way to they just love like going into those choruses with the soft parts, I guess. You know.
Yeah, but you know, I like the way that it starts, just you know, with the guitar solo and you know, yeah, it's a solid song. I do like it.
Yeah.
I do like hardcore more though. So, but yeah. Anyways,
Cool.
yeah, let's go on to the last drop. My Dystopia.
Man, now I'm like thinking the chorus of hardcore. I'm gonna up that to 7.5.
Oh yeah,
'Cause, yeah,
hardcore
that's-
is a good song. Like it
a
is
good
pretty
song.
solid. Yeah.
I know. I was so mean to it, man.
I'm gonna.
And it was pretty fun, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you know, like unsheath your claws, my lioness. Why not?
Why
you
not?
know?
Yeah. Alrighty, you ready for my dystopia?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. My dystopia. Dystopia!
It's funny because they don't really have a ballad, you know? Like, this is a little bit of a power ballad, I guess, outro, which is fine, but normally by track 6, there's
at least
a
one
ballad.
ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, fudge that crap.
Yeah.
We're not doing no ballads,
Yeah.
sissies stuff.
Gotta go to lyrics.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I was just like sitting there,
Just like- just staring at the numbers.
You know, just like, alright, so there's 9, there's a 10. This one is good too. Yeah.
I do like this song. It is pretty
Yeah.
solid.
This is our last mile together.
Yeah. What's the Viper? I do like that. The lyrics are a little more aggressive. It's always progressive. That's kind of nice.
parts are so peaceful that I almost wish that it wasn't like a heavy song. I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's kind of much of a Nightwish bit.
Yeah, I really feel if they were metal.
It's my turn. You know what? I really like that song. I think maybe I like it a little more than hardcore. I'm gonna give it a 9. I like where it's placed in the album. I like that it's like soft and everything, and I don't know. I think it works as like a power ballad and everything. I wanted it to be a little bit more epic or something, or a little more sad. You know, one or the other. You know, some of the quiet parts maybe have something in the middle there that was like just really hammered at home or something. But I still think it's a fantastic song. You know, it's got more of that like 6/8 feel thing going. But yeah, I think it's a pretty solid song, and I think it was a good choice to end with. Yeah, what do you think, bro?
I think it's a great song, but it doesn't capture me as much.
Too much power ballad, too much power in that ballad, huh?
I think it's just the melody is not as engaging for me. You know, I mean, it's good, but I don't know. It's just not as. The first half of this album is so hooky. Then the like 8 through 11 just feels, I don't know. They're still great songs, but they just don't feel as.
There's less techno, less dance, less
less
catchy,
fun, and less whimsical. No, but I think that part of it could be just the fatigue too.
Right.
But it's still a great song. But yeah, a part of me was kind of like, I kind of wanted the softer parts to kind of just be more like. Just do a soft song or something, you know, like,
right.
I don't know. I'm just adding up the scores now, so I'm almost there.
I do think the song has a couple of moments transitional wise where I'm like, you know, it'll just pause, then just go, great Armageddon, and back into that swingy feel and everything. I don't know. I guess I just wanted something more with this song, you know, but I enjoyed everything that was there. I just wanted more,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, I mean, anyways, yeah, pretty solid song though, you know.
Yeah.
I do, out of their ballads and stuff, I do like, you know, like probably like Ghost in the Rain, like probably the most.
Ghost in the Rain
like,
is pretty good.
Yeah, but still solid.
All right, so I've got the scores now set up.
Yeah, and I'll close out the album if you want to
Okay.
share your closing thoughts.
Sure. So the scores, I gave it the lower score. I gave it an 8.22. Kevin gave it the highest score. He gave it an 8.95. So together, our score for Dark Connection is 8.58. Well, pretty high, pretty good,
pretty
good
solid.
score.
Yeah. If only Chad was here, then he would definitely rank it like a 10.
He would have brought it up a little bit, I'm sure. I think it's a great album. It's probably my favorite. I remember rating this on Radio Music. I don't think I did a review, but I think my score was kind of similar to how I felt then.
Right.
The other two albums I think are more like 7 point whatevers, you know. But it's a great album, and I think especially those first 7 songs are all, it's like banger after banger of tracks, you know. And
Right.
so I think they did a good job with it.
I'm so torn because I still really love their first album, you know, so I'm not sure which one I like more, this one or their first album. I don't know. Who knows? But,
Mystery.
Yeah, I'm glad we went through this album. I wanted to do a power metal album because my last pick was a prog metal one. Next pick, I'm going to do like a metal album, but it's not going to be power metal or prog. So, but I'm glad we did this album. It is a fun album to go through and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't pick this album thinking like, oh, nobody knows Beast in Black. Like, Beast in Black has gotten pretty popular, you know what I mean? For just a short amount of time too, you know? So it's not like I picked this one
To
because
be like,
it's
you
like,
guys need to,
right.
I mean, you need to hear it.
Like,
but-
yeah,
but,
definitely,
like-
definitely like support the artist, you know, buy the album and everything, you know, because like, I guess to me, this band is a breath of fresh air in terms of newer bands for me, you know,
yeah.
I love this band, and I'm hopeful that they keep releasing good albums, you know, down the
Yeah.
road, you know, because there's not a lot of bands that I'm like looking forward to the next release. It's like, oh, another Stratovarius album, okay, you know,
Another Camelot,
another,
another-
yeah,
yeah.
It just, I don't know, I felt
no,
I
it's
just
not Arctic.
I just kind of feel like power metal has become pretty stale in the past like 10, 15 years, you
Yeah.
know, that's just me, but anyways,
Yeah.
so I'm glad we went through this album. I think it's a pretty solid album, you know.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, not much more to add.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
I guess we'll end it.
Yeah, we will end it, and thank you all for watching, and hope you have a good rest of your day.
Take care.